Of all the shit dating advice that you can find on the internet, don't chase women is perhaps the shittiest one of all of them. Because most men will hear don't chase women and they will have no clue what it actually means. And that's why men who often say don't chase women still end up showing with their behavior that they still chase women. And that's why in this video I'm going to tell you the 10 ways in which men show that they are chasing women without them even realizing it. And because you're chasing women, you turn them off, and you turn them off without you even realizing that it's happening. So the first way in which men show that they are chasing women is by always initiating. Because you're dating a gal, or you are in a friends with benefits situation, or you're even in a relationship, and you set up the dates 80-90% of the time. And most men are doing this and they are totally unaware that they are chasing the woman. Because even in a friends with benefits situation, even in a relationship, you need to have the woman do most of the work. You need to have the woman reach out to you. Hey, when are we seeing each other again? Hey, let's go to this place. Let's go to this bar. Let's do this activity. Because that shows that she is still into you and that she wants to really see you again. And another big sign that you're chasing women is if the girl that you're dating never initiates in the bedroom. You always need to initiate with her because she is not that into you. That's why she's not initiating with you in the bedroom. And that's why after a while you will see that if you always need to initiate in the bedroom, the woman will just lose attraction for you and she will just eventually look for a guy that she has higher desire for. So the second way in which men show that they're chasing women, which is by doing dinner dates, activities and other high effort dates early on in the dating process. And the reason that I mentioned early on in the dating process is because you're doing all of these high effort dates for a woman that you do not know very well. Perhaps you're not even sleeping with her. That's how so many thirsty beta males, they end up going to arcades with women, taking them to dinner, going to cooking classes and all of that other nonsense. And all of that show high effort. It shows scarcity. It shows that you do not have abundance. It shows that you are chasing her. And it shows that you are trying to win her approval. Basically, everything that is not coffee or drinks early on in the dating process means that you're chasing the woman. Going to an arcade means that you're chasing women. Taking her to dinner shows that you're chasing women. Cooking classes shows that you're chasing women. All of that shows, I need your approval. I put you on a pedestal. I haven't been on a date in 9 months. But now finally I got a chance, so now I need to impress you and that's why I'm going to do a dinner or an activity date or all of that other nonsense. You should not do that. Always in the beginning of the dating process, you keep your effort very low with the dates. Yeah, coffee, drinks, walk in the park, ice cream, something that doesn't cost a lot of money and where you can talk with her and you can feel her out and you can really get to know this woman and you can see if she qualifies to spend more time with you and if she qualifies to eventually become your girlfriend if the right conditions are met. So the third way in which men show that they are chasing women, which is by doing a date far from your place or traveling far to meet a woman. Because many men will meet a gal on a dating app and she lives an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours away and he will just hop in his car and drive over there just to see her. And that shows that you are chasing women. And the reason that this shows that you're chasing women is because it shows scarcity thinking. Why are you driving so far to meet a woman? The reason that you're doing this is because you do not have any other options. That's why you just drive so far to meet a random stranger. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You should always date women that live near you. And if women really live far away, then they should come to your location. So the fourth way in which men show that they are chasing women, which is by negotiating in a relationship. Because she doesn't behave the way that you want to, and you start lecturing her about respect, or you start yelling at her, or you start to talk it out. You start to talk about what you want to get out of the relationship and how you want her to behave. And in that moment, you show that you are chasing her because you put all of your eggs in one basket. That shows scarcity thinking. If she's not behaving well, then you just need to walk away, man. Because a woman that has high attraction and high desire for you, she will do whatever she can to impress you and to make sure that you have a very good opinion of her. But if she is behaving like a dickhead or she is behaving in a way that you do not want to, then that just shows that she doesn't adore you that much. A woman that really likes you will always put up her best behavior to make sure that she is going to keep you. And that's why negotiating in a relationship is such BS. Because it shows that she is not interested in you and you reward that behavior that shows that she is not that interested in you by trying to negotiate, by trying to talk it out and by lecturing her about respect and telling her what you want to get out of the relationship. You cannot negotiate attraction and desire. That's why the moment that she behaves like a dickhead, you should just walk away. Because that's the only way that you can show this is not the kind of relationship that I want. In that moment you show, I have abundance. I am not chasing women. If you do not behave the way that I want to, if you do not meet my standards, then I'm going to find someone else. So the fifth way in which men show that they are chasing women, which is by trying to riz her up, as they say on social media, using pickup lines, trying to win her approval, trying to convince her to like you. All of that shows that you are putting her on a pedestal and that you are doing audition for her. You're seeing yourself as low status and you see women as high status just because they have a cooter and you don't. And because you are low status and women are high status, you need to make up for that difference. How are you going to make up for that difference? You're going to try to raise her up. And that's why trying to raise her up is a bunch of BS, because it just shows that you are chasing women. It shows that you are looking for their validation. It shows that you feel deep down that you're not enough for women, and it shows that women typically do not like you, and that's why men that try to raise women up, they always end up not getting laid anyway. You need to be that kind of man that naturally attracts women without trickery and without having to chase them. So the sixth way in which men show that they're chasing women, which is by giving away too much attention, validation, and by consistently communicating with her. Because you tell her how beautiful she is every day, you shower her with compliments, you communicate with her consistently, you send her check-in texts, you send her memes, you send her good morning text, you send her good night text. Every day you ask her how her day went. You show her that you care a lot about her. All of that shows that you're chasing her attention and affection, and it turns women off. The truth is that you can only compliment a woman in a friends with benefits situation or in a relationship the moment that she is also investing a lot in you, when she's behaving very well, and when she is also giving you a lot of compliments, and when she is giving you a lot of compliance. But you should never do this excessively, because in that moment you will just turn her off. Her investment in you always needs to be higher than your investment in her. And another thing is that you should never communicate with a woman consistently. You should never send her good morning text, good night text, sending her memes, check-in texts, and all of that nonsense, because that shows that you are chasing her attention and affection. You become super predictable, and because you are super predictable, you turn women off. And that's why always keep your communication to a minimum. Yeah, text with her once every few days. Be very inconsistent with your communication. Some days you're going to write to her, and on other days you're not going to write to her. You are very unpredictable with what you're doing. So the seventh way in which men show that they are chasing women, which is going on multiple dates with a woman without sleeping with her. Because so many men out there are doing this because they are thirsty beta males. They think that they need to go on 5, 6, 7, 8 dates before sleeping with a woman. And that is just a bunch of nonsense. If a woman likes you and you are doing most of the things correctly within your first 3 dates, then she will want to sleep with you within those 3 dates. But most men are not doing this because they run their dates incorrectly. They chase women. They look for her approval constantly. They date women that already do not have high attraction and desire for the guy to begin with. And that's how they end up going on 5, 6, 7, 8 dates with women that are just time wasters. So the eighth way in which men show that they're chasing women, which is by being a gentleman. Opening the car door, holding her purse, holding her coat, opening the door for her as soon as you enter a restaurant or a bar, picking her up for a first date, telling her, text me when you're home. All of that shows that you are chasing her validation, you're looking for her approval. All of it also shows that you are doing audition for her. You do not feel good enough for her. You put her on a pedestal. And it shows that you try to convince her that you are such a good boyfriend for her. And that's why this turns women off, because it just comes off very low status. And that's why you shouldn't be a gentleman early on in the dating process. You should always let women win the best behavior of you. And that's why you do not give away all of those gentleman behaviors for free. So the ninth way in which men show that they are chasing women, which is accepting the friend zone or waiting for a woman to be ready. Yeah, she just tells you, yeah, I just got out of a relationship. I am not ready for something serious right now. Yeah, we cannot date yet. Yeah, I have to wait. And you just sit there like a buffoon and you think, oh, that's totally fine. I'll wait for 3 months for you. And then she will meet another guy and she will have some enthusiastic bedroom fun with the other guy while you are waiting for 3 months to have your shot with her. And that shows that you are an orbiter. It shows that you have low status. And it shows that you are very thirsty for her attention and affection. Because a guy that has standards, he will just think, well, totally fine. Then you're just going to move on to someone else. Because one of the first few prerequisites that you need to set as a man when you're dating someone new is that she needs to have high attraction and high desire for you, or she needs to have that potential that she is going to become that kind of woman for you. So the 10th way in which men show that they are chasing women, which is by being too available for her all the time. Because you are canceling other things in your life to spend more time with her, and your friends ask you to hang out and you tell her, no, I'm staying in with my girlfriend. And all of this shows that you are super thirsty for her, because you are not the man that she thought that you were. Because she thought, I fell for a guy that was going to the gym and had a great social life. But no, I didn't fall for that guy. I fell for a thirsty beta male. I fell for a guy that as soon as he gets a little bit of attention from a woman, he gives up everything and he starts spending 4 or 5 days per week with me so that he can have all of that attention and affection, and he can have as much bedroom fun with me as possible. And by doing that, you show that you put her on the pedestal and you eventually turn her off. And that's why women will just lose attraction for you as soon as you spend so much time with her and you are available for her all of the time. So that's it, guys. If you listen to this and you're frustrated with your dating life, I'm open to helping you. You can book a call with me with the link in the bio, and I'll help you to achieve the dating life that you've always wanted.